Hey everyone, welcome to Shifty's Club today. Talk about the third part of the RNG process. I apologize deeply about how long it took to get up. There's so much you need to know in order to do it, so I'll talk kind of fast. And it'll know it looks weird that I'm not looking at the video camera that much, because I'm reading from a script. So, let's get this started. As in the last RNG video, you need to know your V count, V frame, timer 0, GX, stat, and MAC address. In the breeding process, you need to know the IVs of your Pokemon as well. So you can Google Metal Kids IV Calculator if your Pokemon have EVs, otherwise use the built-in one. The reason for this is that the PID RNG process, RNG breeding, requires 3 IVs to come from the parents. The other 3 are random. So using a flawless Pokemon you caught and using the last video, you can opt all IVs come from that parent. For this, you only need that parent's IV. Then put all 5 matching IVs of the parent into the eggs tab of the time finder under its gender. Then place equal 31s in all stat slots except the one the parent isn't flawless in. Make sure your parameters are set and generate. Take one of these times, right click, copy seed to clipboard. Now go to the main page of RNG, and then you're going to go on method. You're going to change it to breeding BW. Then you right click the seed hex box and you're going to choose paste. Now click the initial PID RNG frame button. Your starting frame appears on the left. Now hit generate. Look for the frame that showed up in the eggs tab in the main page. The time finder page. Now subtract the number frame in the eggs tab with the corresponding seed from the number in the main page, which is the initial frame. This is how many PID RNG frames you need to advance for this. But in order to advance the PID RNG frames, you need a Chatot, preferably 2. And you can just migrate them into the black or white and then teach them chatter and then use it as the field move in the when you hit the Pokemon after getting the start menu. And it's just like using surf or strength. You just use chatter, you just record a voice, which is pretty cool. And then you'll need 2 of those, a Pokemon with flame body and a Pokemon with fly. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put the flawless Pokemon and the compatible Pokemon in the daycare. Make sure they can breed. Now ride your bike around until the man calls you over. And, eventually you're going to be able to breed. So you face them and save in front of them. Now turn off your DS. Now set the date and time to the one that the RNG says could yield the seed you wanted. And your actual second delay, usually 1 second. So you might have to go 1 minute behind if the second is so few, otherwise just set it to the hour and minute. Then turn off and turn on. Get in the game without holding any buttons unless the RNG tells you to. And get in the game without holding any buttons. So get in the game as fast as possible. Don't turn on your C gear, obviously. As soon as the season pops up, hit A. Then hit Y repeatedly as fast as you can as soon as you hit A until the main menu pops up. Go to the Pokemon, then go to the Pokemon before Chatot in the lineup, and then go to their summary. Then go down to Chatot, and instead of hearing Chatot's regular recording, Chatot's regular its regular cry, you're going to hear your recorded chatter instead. What this does is it advances the PID RNG frame by 1. And then now you can swap back and forth between Chatots. So you can for each summary you see of Chatot and you hear its recording, it advances the PID RNG frame by 1. So you want to do this until you hit the number of PID RNG frame advancements that you needed. Then you're going to get back to the menu, then hit B, then repeatedly hit A as fast as you can as soon as you hit B. Get the egg right around, hatch it, and now use your fly Pokemon. To go to Nimbasa City and go to the train station, there will be a guy at the entrance who claims to be a judge. And he will tell you how good your Pokemon's IVs are. And if you used a flawless Pokemon, he should say that the Pokemon has outstanding potential overall, then say incidentally I'd say its best stat falls under its, and then list every stat that it's good in, and that it can't be better in a regard. If he doesn't say that, then you missed your seed. But if he does, then you hit it. Congratulations. But if you bred your flawless Pokemon and opted for 5 flawless IVs and you only got a few, maybe even none, then it did not work, which is gonna suck. But, things happen, so this is the case, you can always go back into the main page of RNG report and look for the frame you hit. You want to take a notice at the gender ability, whether it's 0 or 1, and count how far it is from the actual frame. Because using all of these, you can actually determine what the Pokemon was. And this is why you shouldn't hold an Everstone while you're doing this, because the Everstone will give you the 50% possibility of getting a certain nature. And that's exactly why you don't want to do this for this process, because you're just learning. And there's a lot more spread for nature. And let's just say it's 57, for example, and is your frame that you're supposed to hit, just for example. And say you hit 59. When you do it the next time, just do 2 less views of Chatot Summary. And just keep tweaking it until you get your Pokemon. Eventually, you'll get it. Next episode, I'll talk about the Pandora's Box feature and how to get your secret ID at the time you start your game from the very beginning. Until then, breed flawless Pokemon. Email me any questions you have, and I'll see you next time at Shifty's Club.